No offense, LLC. The LLC stand for business. Yeah. It's no offense, yeah, we going in. Who we got on the show today? Might as well go tag a couple friends. They said you couldn't, now you know you about to blow again. They working hard in case you really need to know again. We're trying to get to know it then. Gain support from those that view and wanna see you win. We got the website, magazine, and radio. Be back up soon. Trying to put you in the spotlight so that you can tell your truth. Yeah, it's no offense to you and me. Ain't trying to sell no image. I want you to come on through and live your life the way you live it. What you say you on your way? Shine so bright they gotta see you. Pave your way and go be great. Make us say now, non-believers. Hey, it's no offense. Yeah, we going in. Who we got on the show today? Might as well go tag a couple friends. They said you couldn't, now you know you about to blow again. They working hard in case you really need to know again. Hey, it's no offense, yeah, it's no offense, yeah, it's no offense, yeah, it's no offense. They said you couldn't, now you know you about to blow again. They working hard in case you really need to know again. Hey, it's no offense. Man, y'all hit that share button, man. Tap in. Special thank you to the guest of the show. I know y'all know how we do it. Straight to it, man. Hit the share button. It's free. It's free. It's free. You got to do it now. You got to do it now. You know, we're not stingy on the sharing. You got to spread the word. Y'all got an amazing opportunity to sit down and get to ask some questions to an amazing individual. We've had him on the show before. Again, I'm honored to have my guy on the show again. Every time I see news about this guy, anytime he coming through the feed, he always working on something, just always getting better and better and better. So we've got some time today to sit down and pick his brain, ask him about some things that are going on, some things he's got going on. And you know what I'm saying? It's not every day that you get this opportunity. So do me a favor, hit that share button again. And make sure you got your fingers nice and stretched because we got your boy DirtyGame813 on the show today, man. Like I said, if you don't know, if this is your first time being on the seeing the platform or things like that, welcome to the No Offense podcast. I am your host, Mr. No Offense. You guys are going to get an opportunity to meet some amazing individuals on this platform, and today is going to be no different. So do me a favor, pull up a seat, tag your friends, let them know this is the place to be. They're about to be educated. They're about to hear about some great things that are going on that you about to get the lowdown right now. All right. Now, my mama ain't raised no liar, so it's on me to go ahead and deliver, right? And I wouldn't lie to you because we good friends and we family here, right? So y'all do me a favor and help my guy feel like he at home. All right. We're going to bring to the stage my guy, Mr. Dirty Gang 813. Here we do.
What's happening?
How you doing, my guy?
Oh man, great. Feeling good, bro.
Hey man, like I said on the intro, man, I don't lie, man. Every time I see you in the feed, man, you doing something bigger and better and better. I mean, it's been a minute since we talked, but you was already on your thing before when we you know what I mean, when I was able to pull you down sit down for a second, man. And it didn't even stop, man. The train just been on, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't be stalking nobody. I just see what I see and I speak on what I
Right.
see. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And I see you always doing your thing, brother. I gotta congratulate you. It's an honor again to have you on the platform, man. How you doing
Yes, sir.
today?
Likewise, bro. I'm honored to be here, man.
I understand you got something like you always do. You always speak the truth. You got something coming for the community. Something about some natural born leaders, man. And I felt like who better to talk to it, man? You lead by example, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to just to blow you. You know what I'm saying? To do all this praise and stuff for you,
Right.
but
I
it's good
appreciate it,
that
bro.
we
I
we
appreciate it.
we 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 do so much about glorifying about other bullshit, bro. It's good to be able to sit and talk to somebody about something positive. You know what I'm saying? Like we can do
Correct.
that. You know what I mean?
Correct. Yes,
Uh,
sir.
so tell us about this. Tell us about what's going on, brother. November 30th. Every time I see it, I see you pushing, man. Tell us all about the spill, man. What's happening?
Well, you got a numerous things on November 30th actually happening, man. You got my calendar dropping. You got NBL Turkey Bowl fight. You know, it's a local celebrity match I got coming up, 3 rounds. With another local artist. You know, and basically, in this situation, we leading by example by, putting the guns down and putting the gloves up. You feel me? A lot of times in the community, that's all we do. You know, we don't know how to handle our emotional state. So what we do is we do the first thing that comes to mind is grab, going to grab that tool or you know what I mean, we thinking violence instead of thinking of solutions. So with me being who I am in my area, my region, I thought that it'd be a great chance for me to show people, coming up under me, that you can handle situations in the streets a different way, as men, and going from the shoulders, and also being able to capitalize off of it, and monetize, what I'm saying, and make some money from it. And pretty much, man, it's giving me a lot of opportunities, man, to test myself and push myself, and also challenge myself as being an older artist, 43 years old, and also step into the ring and perform in front of people in a different dynamic, like instead of just rapping, I'm able to get out there and show people, my skills of, training, hard work, and also, footwork, and just coming from the shoulders, man. So uh yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it, man. And if you get a chance to see it, you better not blink, because you might miss something. You feel me?
Man, that's what I love about you, bro. You're not one to shot from aggression. My boy gonna bring it. He gonna let you know where you stand all the time, every time on it. One
Yes,
thing I
sir.
loved about what you said, brother, is you showing that you, it's different ways to handle things. You ain't always got to crash out. You know what I'm saying? You can
Correct.
still get your point across, but do it in a productive manner, which is going to enhance your life versus destroy it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And the fact that you're showing it, not just speaking it, because you'll hear from a lot of people about what they would have done or what they could have done. But the fact that you're gonna get out here and show what you could do, and put your money where your mouth is, man, I gotta again commend you. I see you've been training, bro. What's on your mind as you prepare? You know what I'm saying, for showing up that day, man, and just make an example. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's very difficult, coming from transitioning from, the streets to entertainment, in a lot of situations when you feel disrespected, you know what I'm saying, and people take, your kindness for weakness. So, it's very difficult, being that a lot of things was displayed, family was talked about in this situation. So it is very difficult, but emotional intelligence is very important. You know what I mean? um I work hard for a lot of things that I've acquired, you know what I'm saying, and I don't want to lose it, because a lot of times these situations ain't even worth it. So I'm going in, and I'm definitely trying to test somebody's head off. You know what I mean? I'm training real hard. You know what I mean? As if I was fighting Mike Tyson. So running a lot, doing a lot of cardio. You know what I mean? Eating healthier, and what I'm saying, just pushing the narrative of no black on black, violence. You know what I mean? Because that's what people see a lot on TV, on the internet, and with other situations like the King Von situation. You know what I mean? The Mo 3 situation. I'm trying to get people away from that. That's what's killing hip hop. You know what I mean? That's why the numbers are down when it comes to hip hop, because you know people with money don't like to be around violence. They don't like to
Right.
be around negativity. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
it ran a lot of fans off, and it ran a lot of money off. You know what I mean? So with this, I'm trying to lead by example, and bring the community of hip hop back to where it belongs.
Man, and again, like I said, I commend you by like I said, leading by that example, because especially like you talking about, and tying this back into your natural born leaders, the program that what first brought my talking my was, it's not always easy to do something different. You know what I'm saying? Most of the
Nah,
time, people will tell you about, they'll ridicule you for going about things a smarter way. You know what I'm saying? And really it comes from talk, because they don't have to weigh the consequences, like, you know what I'm saying, like they tell you what they would do hypothetically, because the consequences don't apply to them in the time. And
correct.
as a young male, you know what I mean, who, if you don't have that discipline, it's real easy to get tricked off your square by trying to prove a point to somebody when the whole situation could have been, it happened in 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
Correct.
And then now your life is, what I'm saying, is different. Your life trajectory and where it was going was different. Sometimes they don't even get to tell a story about what made them crash out. Unfortunately, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, or what they was feeling. So, I shout out to you and the other individual. I don't know the history behind what you know what I'm saying, what how y'all got here. However,
Mhm.
I gotta commend y'all. You know what I'm saying. You can share that with others if you like, but you know what I'm saying. I saw it and I said, man, you know what? This is more what we need. You know what I'm saying? Because um, I will say, and with music, it seems like today a lot of music is pushed that like there are no consequences behind acting it out. If you get what I'm saying, you know what I mean.
Right. Right.
And music is a form of expression. You know what I'm saying. I'm not trying to
Correct.
tell nobody how they should express this. So the problem that I feel like we run into is sometimes some of the people who listen to it don't understand that it's just expression. It's just a person blowing off steam. So they feel like it's more like a directions to live their life by, and they don't have the intelligence, the emotional intelligence, the general intelligence to know that you can't, what I mean? Like in today's society, it come with consequences. Anything, what I mean, regardless of what you choose to do, you're free to do what you choose to do, but it comes with consequences. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And those, and we a lot of times, especially unfortunately in the state of the prison system, a lot of that's done in reflection. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like being proactive, like, okay, maybe I shouldn't go out here and crash out like this because I got people who
Right.
love me who don't want to come visit me. You know what I'm saying? Like this, or you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Or what these people gonna do when I'm, you know what I'm saying, locked up, or you know what I'm saying? If I care for them now, how I'm gonna protect them when I'm back there? They don't think about that until later. You know what I mean? So can I ask you, how is this challenge? How is this challenge different from like music? Because I know you, man. You've been doing your thing, bro. Dirty Game 813. If you don't know, go find out. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? But like, how is this
Yes, sir.
different? How is this challenge different from like how you approach music? Like a new project was just you trying to do something different. How would you say this weighs differently on just you in general? Like how your thought process, your approach. Give us a little bit of info on that, man.
Well, I approach this. It's pretty much the same, bro. Every time I get ready to come out with an album or a mixtape
Mhm.
or even, do a concert, I always try to get physically ready. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been on both sides of the fence where I haven't been so much physically ready for these events. And when I get up on stage, I see that I probably do a terrible performance or I feel bad that I didn't give it my all. So, I approach it pretty much the same, man. Um I always tied exercising to everything that I pretty much do because I feel like that's always been part of who I am. You know what I mean? Since I was young, always been kind of like athletic in some type of form. You know what I'm saying? So, it gets my mindset ready for the album. You know what I mean? And it gets my mindset ready for the boxing match. And just even, being tied to, one of my sponsors is Ethica. I'm about to be doing, the briefs and the boxes with Ethica. So I just feel like, you know, leading by example, it is tied to, my physical well being and how I look and how people perceive me. You know what I'm saying? So I pretty much do the same thing for every time I get ready to drop or everything I get ready to do, man. Even if I was working a 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, I'm a work out to stay consistent and keep my mind on a mindset of, finishing and being able to have the energy to perform and to entertain. So, I'm locked in, man. And just life in general, bro. um a lot of my friends, man, a lot of my friends, they have joined the club. They've started eating right, eating better. You know what I'm saying? They might not work out as much as me, but just to put the extra foot forward. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters to me because I once was paralyzed before. So excuse me.
Bless
Yeah,
you.
thank you. I once was paralyzed before, so I had to come out of that, and I came out of that the same way by working out and eating better. You know what I mean? Even though the doctor said, I would never walk again, I would never do certain things again. You know, I gradually, came back to myself by, exercising and, eating healthier. So, you know, yeah, man, and with that being said, bro, um, as I get older, things just change physically. You know what I mean? You can't stop growing
Yeah.
pains. You know what I'm saying? You wake up differently every day. You might feel good one day, then the next day you might have knee ache. You know what I mean? Might have a back ache. And I just feel like if I'm a suffer, I'm a suffer my own way. I'm a do it or die trying. You feel me?
Facts, man. That's what I like, man. What's the expression to say? I finish when I get done, not when I get tired, man. It's about the mission, man. You know what I mean? Like I respect that, brother. I respect that. Speaking
Yes,
of
sir.
which, like um that consistency, man, it definitely feel like it's a building block to get you where you see yourself being. And it's definitely easier to become comfortable doing things a certain way when the factors have always been the same or even similar.
Right,
um like in today's world, with some of us, what I'm saying, I ain't gonna get too political, but it's a little different than it's been before, at current day.
right.
How do you still stay disciplined and focused, man, and despite what life throws at you, you know what I'm saying, how do you stay on that path, bro, like, and see that through, like, how have you developed that discipline? What do you tell yourself to make sure that you stay grounded and stay on the mission?
Um, Pretty much, man. I pray a lot, while I work out. You know what I mean? So that's also connected to, you know, my physical being. I like to talk to God. I like to pray. You know what I mean, while I'm working out. It's kind of like therapeutic for me to, what I'm saying, talk to God while I'm working out. So, just being determined and disciplined. I always tell myself I don't got to go to prison. I don't got to go to jail. I don't gotta get on house arrest to stop smoking, to stop partying, to stop drinking. You ain't got I ain't, no judge don't gotta put me in a situation for me to, do these type of things. So, I always feel like the person that does the harder work is always gonna outshine everything. So when I go to the gym, man, nobody's at the pull-up bar. You know what I mean? Nobody is doing legs at the gym. So I know those machines gonna always be open, but those where you're gonna get the most out of those workouts. So, a lot of people, they go straight to the bench, they go straight to the treadmill. But me, I'm doing something that's gonna challenge myself every day, because at the end of the day, I want to live to be 100. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be able to see my great grandkids and my grandkids. You know what I'm saying? And also, what I do, I want it to rub off on them. So that's how I stay disciplined. You know what I mean? By thinking about the future. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm at an age where I can't even think about, age. I'm thinking about the energy. You know what I'm saying? Because I was in my early 30s paralyzed. You feel me? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So evidently age doesn't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it could have been over for me at 30. You know what I'm saying? So I want to change the narrative by always putting in the hard work, no matter the circumstances or no matter where you at in life, because you can come back from anything and everything. Trust me, I know that.
Thank you for your wise words, but can I ask, like, I imagine, now coming over that mountain of being paralyzed, would you say those were your most challenging days at that
Yeah,
point in life? Because I can't imagine what it's. I don't think most people can imagine. You know what I mean? To want to go or want to move and can't. Just no matter what you do, no matter how hard you try, to not be able to do that thing.
right.
And how, like, in reflection, what do you think was your darkest time? Like, what sparked the change? Like, what
Uh,
was it that
uh,
actually pushed? Yeah, go ahead.
seeing how people that I love treated me while I was going through these things. You know what I'm saying? That let me know that all I got is me. You know what I'm saying? All I got is me and my children. Cause, you know, evidently those are the people that ain't gonna never switch up on me. When people counted me out, you know what I'm saying? They didn't believe. That's what pushed me to, it was like mind over matter. You know what I mean? Um, you know, you know, just being walked all over, and just being mistreated because I couldn't provide the way that I was used to providing. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that push me to keep going and not to settle for less. And I told myself, man, when I get out of that situation, I'm gonna do everything in my power to stay on my toes and to stay active in being, successful. You know what I'm saying? With whatever. So now I'm doing marathons for, cancer. I'm doing marathons for disability, children with disability, and it's just opened me up to just working with a whole, different outreach of people that music don't involve. You know what I mean?
Do you think in that, because I mean I feel like most artists they do it because they've gotten to a point where music is a part of them. Like even if however frequently they express that, be however frequently they choose to. Do you think at that time that music took a different place in your life? Well, did things refocus at that time? What I mean by that is, did you know that you were going to not be paralyzed that like at some point? And you were working toward that, or was it you got to a point where you were telling yourself, we're gonna make this happen, like I'm gonna make this happen, like you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
this is not it, like you know what I mean, like I
Right.
don't care what they telling me, not making this happen is not an option type, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
And did that
yeah,
did
man.
that refocus your priorities? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it did. It did, bro. It made me actually, when I got out of that situation, I went back to school. You know what I mean? I got some more trades up under my belt outside of music. You know what I'm saying? I started to treat myself differently, and I started to become a different human being. Because coming from where I come from, it can kind of harden your spirit, and you can kind of look at things a lot differently by not wanting to communicate with certain people. So it made me understand and like reevaluate life, and I started to appreciate everything. You know what I'm saying? Um, Appreciating, like, life itself, because nobody understands, how crazy it is to not be able to get up and go to the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? When you want to, you feel me? Um, it was like it was like, me having to pull myself to the refrigerator, to the kitchen, to the bathroom. Take me like 30 minutes to get to the bathroom, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You
It,
had to use the
yeah.
bathroom where you wouldn't go. I got you. That's got to be
You
hard.
feel
Yeah.
me? So, just being in that situation, it made me appreciate life, man, and start to understand, like, hey, man, nobody ain't gonna do this. You know what I mean? Other than you, you the only one that ain't nobody coming to save you, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And once I
Yeah.
understood that, I looked at life totally different, and I started going harder. Cause before that, I kind of put music on a back burner. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, I gave up on music, so a lot of things started giving up on me. So I feel like God blessed me with the talent to be able to communicate with people through music, and I just gave up on something. And I had real fans, I had a real following that really appreciated my music, and I was just left from stranded. So I think it just redirected me, bro.
Did it give you a different perception? Like, did was there a newfound love? Because I know sometimes too, we've been doing something for a long time. It's like we get you can be blessed so much that you stop forgetting that you stop remembering that you're blessed. Like it becomes an
Yeah.
expect. I don't want to say it's an expectation. I don't want to say you're not like gratitude. Like it's not a like a non gratitude type of thing. Like you're not gracious about it. It's just you get so accustomed. Like you know what I'm saying. Like what they say, like the absence of everything breeds appreciation. Like when you have it all the time, you don't
Right.
you think it's just supposed to be there. So when you approach it now, was there like a newfound like inspiration, just a whole new like the direction, like there's more I want to say, there's a different way I want to say it, like where you just have this whole different like a rebirth movement kind of,
Right.
is that what you experienced, or what's
Right,
going on?
right, right, right. And then I would see people at stores. I would see it seemed like when it happened to me, you know, when being paralyzed, when that happened to me, after I got back on my feet a little bit, I started to see people everywhere that knew me and knew my story. And they was like, what's up with the music? Everybody used to be like, what's up with the music? What's up with the music? And I had given up on myself, you know what I mean? But these people haven't giving up on me. You feel me? So, I started back, doing my freestyle, started back writing, started back going to the studio, shooting my videos, giving the people what I can give them. And then they started to appreciate it. And then I started to go up again. And then I started to work out a little harder. And then I went into the transitions of, changing my body, you know what I'm saying? And then, watching what I put inside myself, and also just, doing a lot of reading, doing a lot of praying, bro. Praying was my first thing, you know what I mean? Every day before I go to sleep, read my Bible. That definitely took, a lot in it, you know what I mean? Praying and just having that relationship with God. So talking to him, and then also talking to therapists too, bro, because I went through a lot mentally. So,
Mm.
my therapist was like, "Man, what do you love to do? When you was a child, what made your heart smile?" And I was like, "It was music." And it was like, "Well, start back doing music." And once I started back doing music, it was like I fell in love all over again. You feel me? So I just started putting my all into it, and started to bring out my old notebooks, and then just started to put music out. Like once a week, I would go to the studio and drop. You know what I mean? And then upload to, and then repeat, repeat, repeat.
Yeah. Well, man, I'm glad to definitely see that the world's getting more. Like I said, man, I'm originally, for those who don't know, I'm originally from Florida. I went to right there to Lewis Elementary. I went to Greco Middle. I graduated from middle to high. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like
sir.
I'm through and through. The name Dirty Game 813, man. If you in the
Yeah.
city, you gonna know it. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
So the fact that we got a time to sit down and talk with you, brother, is amazing. Because I know these hoes ain't shit.
Yes,
Yeah, you
sir.
know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I know. I know, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, for that's for those who know, if you're a Dirty Game 13 fan, you know what I'm saying? You already
Yeah.
know what it is. But
Yeah.
nah, man, it's good to see you up and moving, bro. It's good to see what you're
Yeah.
doing because, like I said, it's real easy to follow. I don't think it take much to follow. Hell, if somebody already show you what to do, you just do what they doing.
Correct.
But it take a different type of integrity to say, you know what I've been doing is not what I want to continue doing.
Right.
I'm gonna do something different. You know what I mean?
Right.
And people who route with me, they're just gonna have to get on with that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Or else, if this is where we get off at, then it's been a good trip. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And um, I feel like a lot of people, they hang around a bunch of people because they scared. Like even if you know innately that these people don't really do, like, you got people who do stuff just because they don't even like doing it. They just do it because it bring them social activity. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I commend you, bro. When I seen this natural born leaders thing, man, getting in the rain, because a lot of people talk. We done made it, internet that made it popular for everybody to say, you get on here, no consequences. You can say whatever you want to say about people.
Right.
um it's great to see people say, you know what, I feel some kind of way about this. Let's get an arranged time. Let's make sure everybody good. You get time to train and make sure you in the condition that you want to be in. I'm in the condition I want again. We're gonna step in the ring, and however it fall, bro, that's how it fall. After it's all
That'll be
done and done, you said your piece, you did my piece. At the end of the day, we go our way, we good. That's no matter what, no matter if we don't agree. You know what I'm saying? We got the respect because we know we about that issue. That it meant that much to me to get it off my chest. That you know what I'm saying? And,
right.
and I feel like that's getting lost, bro. Because like you said, guns are, I mean, they everywhere, man. You know what I mean? With all these
Yeah.
laws that they passing right now, you know what
Right.
I'm saying? It's easier nowadays to get a gun than anything. So,
Well,
um,
Florida is open carry now. So I've stayed in Arizona before.
bruh,
You know what I'm saying? So, it's like
and
it's
I'm in
not, you don't
Texas.
have to conceal it no more. So it's just like
Yeah,
Texas. You feel me?
which is Yeah, which is so, and that's the thing too. So I'm a Florida boy. When I heard, Texas is like open carry, you would think it's like the wild wild west out here. Yes,
Right.
you can carry. Most people don't, or if they do, you don't know about, because it's intelligent. Because I don't know, when we grew up, we was like, people ain't supposed to know you had a gun until you had to use it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But now it's like, I don't know, man. The youth, they don't know. They don't know what they don't know. That's what I always say. You know what I'm saying? It's different if it's ignorance, but it's one thing if it's ignorance. It's another thing if it's willful ignorance. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like you just don't care to know, like, type. You know what I mean? But um, I don't know. We need more, like you said, natural born leaders, bro. Somebody who's gonna say, "Hey,
Sir.
man, that ain't the way. You ain't got to do it that way. I know they, they glorify and they make it seem like that's the way you should go. And a lot of times, it'd be a bunch of kids hyping. I see so many people, bro, who go the wrong way because a bunch of people hype them up to do the wrong decision. Instead of
Right.
somebody saying, "Hey, bro, that you don't listen to them, bro. That ain't it."
Correct.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? Like I grew up when my dad used to say me, there's better it's better to say sometimes there he go than there he lay. You know what I'm saying? Because like
Correct.
it's open carry. People who know, like you know, you make an open threat, if I'm not mistaken, y'all don't have a duty to retreat out there either. You know what I'm saying? They done made it real
Right.
easy to crash out there. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
and with everything going on, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely better to see. It's good to see a good positive, and I'm gonna say a black role model, man. You know what I'm saying? We need more of us. It's not that
Yep.
we're not out here. It's just that we don't get the media coverage. You feel me?
Right. Right.
Like, you
Correct.
know what I'm saying? Like that's what I love most about what y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? It's not that we aren't out
Correct.
here, but it just we don't get the media coverage. You know what I'm saying? We always
Right.
get the dumb ignorant stuff. So
Right.
once again, shout out to you, man. If you got a little bit more time, tell us about the album, man, so everybody can pick it up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the album called Unfuckwittable. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay.
And I
All right.
yeah, yeah, and I came up with the name because I know that I'm willing to do things that most people not willing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like
Facts.
the discipline is installed in me, bro. I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? Go to work. You know what I mean? A lot of people not willing to do that. When I get off, I'm running. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I get a chance to run, I'm running. You know what I mean? It's hard for a lot of people to put down marijuana, especially in this business. And I did it. You know what I mean? Went cold turkey, and I've been cold turkey ever since because it's mind over matter. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Um, so people don't like to read, so I like to read. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge is power. I still challenge my brain to this day. I'm in school. You know what I mean? I just got my associate's degree in
Shout
NASA,
out to you.
but
Congratulations, brother.
yes, sir. So this album, man, is gonna reflect on the new me and basically like for the grown people. And I got something for the youngsters too, you know what I mean, to learn from. I got some education on there on, you know what I mean, how to get their music copyrighted, performing arts, trademarks. I'm giving that game on this album as well. And then, I'm
Uh-oh.
it's like gumbo. You know what I mean? I'm mixing up the gumbo pot so everybody could, get a taste and like it. But it's different. This album is different, and the beats is cold. You know what I mean? This probably like my
What's
best
up?
beat selection that I ever picked before. Um, and yeah, man, this album, man, you're gonna have like 11 songs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I got stories on there. I got radio music. I got music you can ride to. You know what I mean? I got club music. You know what I mean? It's just mixed in the gumbo pot, and it's all like based on true story. It's all based off my life. You know what I mean? And what I'm going through and what I'm seeing. You feel me?
Man. Y'all heard that, man. Dirty Gang, so he got something for everything, man. You ain't got no reason to even change you ain't got to even go change to the album. You ain't got to change the
And,
artist. Just let that play. We got
and
something for
if
you.
you And if you want to go through some of it, I released some snippets of me in the studio on my page, on my Instagram, DirtyGame813, and also my YouTube, DirtyGame813. So you see me live in the studio, cooking up, making the music. You don't have the full songs on there, of course, until November
Facts.
30th, but I'm giving you snippets. You know what I'm saying? I remade a couple I remade a couple Pac beats, and I know Pac will really be, you know what I mean, happy with what I did with Words to My Firstborn, and I ain't mad at you. So, I'm bringing back those feelings. You know what I'm saying? Real music, like, they would say these days they would call it pain music. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But it's there. You know what I mean? Everything that they want and that they like is gonna be right there. I promise you. And this album is definitely gonna be going up because just the calls that I'm getting. Like when I get calls from people like yourself, no offense, podcast, I know I'm doing something right. I know something working. You know what I mean? So,
Yes, sir.
it got to be dope, man. Cause like I said, it's a pleasure of me being here, bro. Like, I tip my hat off to you because you never stop working either. So, just like I motivate you, bro, you motivate me. You feel me? When I see you coming down my news feed, no offense podcast, you always see I share it every time I see it. I like it. You know what I mean? I comment, I check you out. So those are the things that motivate me too as well, because I need something to motivate me. You feel me? And the people that I deal with and network with, y'all motivate me too as well.
Iron sharp as iron, bro. We gonna be some sharp people around here before it's over with. You heard me? On God,
Yes,
man. I
sir.
appreciate you, man. Thank you for that. One thing I definitely respect is consistency, because consistency is hard. What people don't understand is just because you see us do it every day don't mean we wanted to do it every day, but we
Right.
understood why we was
Correct.
doing it. You know what I mean? And we understood that even that day that we didn't want to do it was as important as the days that we did. And that's why we did
Correct.
it. You know what I'm saying? So
Correct.
hats off to everybody. That's why, man, and I keep going, like you said, I keep going because man, if y'all gonna give me some of y'all time, I gotta make sure I'm worthy to stand in the room, man. And when you stand in the
Right.
room and you see, everybody can't be in it, but you see who in it make you feel
Right.
some kind of way to know who you amongst, man.
Right.
So I appreciate you, bro. Listen,
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you right now, November 30th, bro. Either you send me the link or I'm gonna download it either way on iTunes. That's why I listen to my music, bro. I got you,
Yeah.
bro. I'm
I'm gonna
definitely
send it to
what's
you. Yes, sir.
unfuckwittable. Definitely, y'all make sure y'all check it out. Dirty Game, do me a favor, man. Let everybody know one more time. I'm gonna put you on screen where they can come find you, where they can check out, where they need to be following you, man. Where they can come see you if you happen to have any kind of performances, things going up. This your chance, man. This to the platform, brother. What do you think?
November 30th. You know what I mean? We got the Turkey Bowl going on, District 8, Club Tampa. You know, I got my album dropping on all major platforms. You know what I'm saying? Then you know I'm dropping my calendar, and also I'm dropping my line with Ethica. You're gonna be able to, log on to Ethica and get my own, design boxes and briefs. You know what I'm saying? So November 30th, I got a lot going on. And yeah, man, y'all just check me out. If y'all trying to find me on any social media, it's always at DirtyGame813. You know what I mean? That's TikTok, that's Facebook, that's Instagram, that's YouTube, that's all social sites. You know what I mean?
That way, man. Dirty, it's been amazing opportunity, bro. It's always is that I still be amazed that y'all even say yeah, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like I see the greatness in you. I'm not here to blow smoke, bro. I don't get no
Yes,
I don't
sir.
hating on nobody don't make me no money, bro. Like I'm just telling
I'm
you, I
telling you.
see the greatness in you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I know we're gonna see you at the top very, very soon, brother. Until that time, man, we definitely gonna be watching and supporting the best way we can. I appreciate you for coming through. And next time it can't be so long. We gotta definitely sit down and do this again. Just let me know when you free, man. We'll definitely chop it up. Appreciate you, brother. You still with me? I think you might have some. All right, much love to you, my man. We'll catch you
Oh,
next
yes,
time.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Likewise, homie. One.
Yes, sir. One. All right, guys. This does conclude our interview with Dirty Gang 813. Do me a favor, man. Go check this guy out on all platforms, man. You're not gonna regret it. Go show him some love. My guy's very humble, man, and he's very disciplined. I'm telling you, you're looking to see some great things come from some great person. This is the guy you need to be watching. And if you want to see more of those people, make sure that you lock into the No Offense podcast. I'm gonna always put you on the great people. That's my service to the world. When you could be the one to change the world. I've been Mr. No Offense. You guys have been absolutely awesome. Catch you next time on the No Offense podcast. Peace. No Offense LLC. The LLC stand for business. Yeah. It's no offense, yeah, we going in. Who we got on the show today? Might as well go tag a couple friends. They said you couldn't, now you know you about to blow again. They working hard in case you really need to know again. We're trying to get to know it then. Gain support from those that view and wanna see you win. We got the West website, magazine, and radio. Be back up soon. Trying to put you in the spotlight so that you can tell your truth. Yeah, it's no offense to you and me, ain't trying to sell no image. I want you to come on through and live your life the way you live it. What you say, you on your way, shine so bright they gotta see you. Pave your way and go be great. Make us say now, non-believers. Hey, it's no offense. Yeah, we going in. Who we got on the show today? Might as well go tag a couple friends. They said you couldn't, now you know you about to blow again. They working hard in case you really need to know again. Hey, it's no offense. Yeah, it's no offense. Yeah, it's no offense. Yeah, it's no offense. They said you couldn't, now you know you about to blow again. They working hard in case you really need to know again. Hey, it's no offense. Man, y'all hit that share button, man. Tap in. Special thank you to the guest of the show,